as I've mentioned in other videos, I leave a loading loop on all of my shuttles, and this is so that I can quickly add thread. I don't have to go into the post and tie it. I will show you how I set up a shuttle when I first get one. You'll take the threads to one side of the shuttle, and just tie a square knot. And you can trim this off or leave it. And then of course you wind the shuttle. And then I go ahead and fill the shuttle for the first time. And then once I get to the end of the shuttle, I'll be sure and leave enough, which is what I'm going to do, is go ahead and cut this now. I'll go ahead and cut it from the ball. And this is my loop. It's just a simple overhand knot. And I just leave that on my shuttle till the next time I need to add thread. To add thread, I'm going to do the weaver's knot. So you'll make a loop of the new thread. Oh, I'm going backwards. Okay, a loop of the new thread. Take the loop with the shuttle through that loop, and then take the shuttle through its own loop. And when you pull on the opposite, now you can position this right down to the end, and you can see that right now it looks like just a lark's head knot, so you can move it easily. When you get ready to lock it into place, you're going to separate the two, and I pulled off too quickly. Let's get this back in here. So there's my loop I'm adding. Shuttle through it. This is size 10 thread. So to some of you this is going to be like tatting with rope. And again, separate them, and that locks that into place. Now I can wind my shuttle easily. So I want to talk a little bit about winders. There's several out there. I don't know if this was truly handmade. Not even sure where I came up with it. But you'll insert the shuttle into these. It's kind of a tin, very lightweight metal. And you'll load the pick and the back side of the shuttle, and you can see that it slightly opens the blades, and then you merely wind. So this one's kind of squeaky. I don't know if I can oil it, but what I'm not crazy about is even with this loop that's supposedly a tensioner, you can see how loose and loopy that thread is. So I think if I put just a little bit of tension on it, let's go back to winding. Too much tension. Okay. Well, let's look at the homemade version. This is simply a plastic lid. This one happened to come from cottage cheese, and I've had it so long it's starting to deteriorate. But you can see I cut 2 slots in it, and that's where the blades of my shuttle will go. Made myself a new one that has it's spaced so that you can put a shorter shuttle or the longer shuttles that you'll find. And it works basically the same way. I'm going to put the pick of the shuttle down into that slot. Oh, I think it actually works better put the back end first. Is that too tight? Perhaps I'm doing it backwards. You may have to play with the spacing for yourself. Oh, it's because it's got some thread on it. Let's go try the front side first. The pick. There, that worked. Okay, now you're just going to wind. And it just gives you a way to hold your shuttle easier. So those that have arthritis and your hands get cramped while you're trying to hold a shuttle while you wind it, it just makes it a little easier. There's some other styles out there. Not crazy about the metal one. It almost looks like brass knuckles. But honestly, I still don't mind just winding a shuttle on its own. I might wind, not really counting, but 10 or so going this way, and I'm looking at the bottom blade, winding clockwise, and then so to kind of control the twist, you can see the twist that's forming. I'll turn the shuttle over, continue now going counterclockwise because I'm looking at the top blade. And that just helps you to control the twist. To eliminate all twist, if you walk your shuttle onto the thread that you're controlling in your fingertips, you won't have any of the added twist to the thread, but it does take a little longer. Thanks for watching today.